Hello and welcome to episode number 278 of WITM as TLC rolls on with a Cruiserweight Championship defense in the main event by Andrew. Before that, the results before that look a lot different because the game only saved Gerald's match, so we'll give you the updated results from the rest of TLC. Sheamus defeated his tag team partner Cesaro. Mustafa Ali defeated Brian Kendrick in non-title Cruiserweight action. We have a new Raw Women's Champion. Ember Moon defeated Asuka. She becomes the third woman to hold the Raw Women's Championship and the NXT Women's Championship simultaneously. The other two being Emma and former WITM member Serena, both of those happening earlier in Season 3. We finally have a new Universal Champion, which means Dean Ambrose will be exclusive to SmackDown now, where he is still the United States Champion, as well as the tag team partner of Seth Rollins and a WWE title contender. Kevin Owens is the Universal Champion, which means Raw will truly will be the Kevin Owens show, as he likes to call it. He defeated Randy Orton, the former champion Dean Ambrose, and Brock Lesnar. Grand Metalik defeated Noam Dar in Cruiserweight action. And our main event will surprisingly be the Cruiserweight Championship match between Lince Dorado and Andrew. This will be a good notch on Triple H's belt. Remember, Triple H now in control of 205 Live, and this will definitely be one in his favor. The Cruiserweights main eventing a Raw pay-per-view as Andrew defends his Cruiserweight Championship against the former Cruiserweight Champion Lince Dorado in a tables, ladders, and chairs match where literally the Cruiserweight Championship will be hanging in the balance. So let's get underway with our episode 278 action in a Cruiserweight Championship match. Andrew versus Lince Dorado, tables, ladders, and chairs match for the Cruiserweight Championship.
We've been waiting a long time for this. The championship is up for grabs right here next.
Big fight feel.
We have one of our breakout talents
In a match for the record books. Oh, man. I can't wait to see these two go at it.
The following contest is a table, ladders, and chairs match. And it is for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
5
guy looks eager to add some gold around his waist. Let's see if he can do it.
Personally, I don't like the challenger's chances here. The champ has been looking very dominant of late.
Oftentimes in our business,
And here we go.
personal issues to be ultimately resolved.
A historic main event, as it will a huge notch in Triple H's belt, the Cruiserweights main event, a Raw pay-per-view. I'm sure both Andrew and Lince Dorado will be looking to make a huge statement for 205 Live and blow the roof off this place as they do battle for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Epic and awesome.
A tables, ladders, and chairs match.
The champ has been here before.
Lince Dorado had an impressive Cruiserweight title reign that Andrew acknowledged,
Defending the gold.
but Andrew will be looking to, of course, extend his.
By cheating in your case.
Well,
Nothing like another quiet day at the office, right, Cole?
Nah.
Dorado to the middle rope.
Misjudge that.
Andrew evades. Stomp to the leg.
Tomorrow.
That may be felt for a
Mounted punches by Andrew. Dorado avoids the springboard leg drop. Punch to the back.
Expanding the repertoire with that move.
Russian leg sweep by Lince Dorado. Now attacking the arm.
intent on breaking the arm.
Stomp to the chest. There's another.
Yes, we are. The same.
Forces Andrew to his feet.
Before.
Nice reversal and power bomb by Andrew. Now attacking the leg of Dorado, trying to neutralize some of that speed, which of course you need to climb up the ladder fast and retrieve the Cruiserweight Championship.
But I don't think we expected it to be this.
Now Dorado attacking the arm. Elbow by Andrew. Dorado avoids the drop kick and connects with a kick of his own. Now a stomp. Reversal by Andrew. Huge DDT.
The champ
And now Andrew looking to take flight. Wants Dorado on his feet.
Watch out!
Diving crossbody connect. Stomp to the back. And face buster.
Shooting through his face.
Reversal by Dorado.
Can he follow up?
Nicely executed.
Stomp to the back. Now attacking the arm.
I keep going after the arm. Don't stop until it doesn't work anymore.
He's displaying
Arms, of course, also very important in climbing the ladder and retrieving the Cruiserweight Championship.
He gets out of trouble there.
Reversal by Dorado.
Dishing out some serious punishment here.
Reversal by Andrew.
Not in a great place. And at this
Stomp
point,
to the
how much
arm.
more does he have to give?
Wow, these guys aren't.
Huge knockout blow, and that's going to bust open Lince Dorado under that mask. And Andrew getting fired up.
Michael, few superstars respect this industry as much as this guy. It's pretty impressive. Although I don't know how much that respect is helping him here tonight. Do you? No.
Stomp to the back. There's another. Elbow strikes to the head.
Here tonight. I don't think I've ever seen a more determined challenger.
And now it's Andrew, the first to go outside. And he will bring the ladder into play. With Dorado trying to get back to his feet, he may try to go up and retrieve his Cruiserweight Championship. First he uses it as a weapon to knock Dorado down. Good move by Andrew. Will he start to climb? He will.
If they got up from that, it would be a miracle.
Andrew attempting to unhook the Cruiserweight Championship. Dorado, though, joining him on top of the ladder.
Easy here. His championship reign may very well be holding.
And Dorado throws Andrew off the ladder. We're about to see a new Cruiserweight Champion.
But this might be where that finally starts to change.
Guys, come on, let's not.
Similar situation that saw Gerald retain the Cruiserweight title. Andrew needs to get back to his feet and quickly, but maybe too little too late like it was for Xavier Woods. No, it will not be. Dorado, hanging by just the title, falls into the arms of Andrew for a huge powerbomb. And Andrew's going to place the ladder right over the body of Lince Dorado and start to climb.
He's going to have to hurry.
As Dorado goes to the corner to try to get back to his feet, Andrew is going to unhook the Cruiserweight title and remain the Cruiserweight Championship. Or rather, the Cruiserweight Champion.
Here's your winner and still WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew.
There should be no doubt in anyone's mind that he's the true and deserving champion. Absolutely. What an incredible match.
Well, he just showed what being a champion is all about. That was awesome. And look at our champion. Once again, a winner.
Guys, it sounds like we can all agree that was an extremely impressive win.
Sorry about that, just answering a text message. But anyways, we all saw deja vu. Lince Dorado punching and throwing Andrew off the ladder, very nearly becoming the new Cruiserweight Champion. But Andrew, unlike Xavier Woods, would be able to get to his feet in time. Pull down the ladder from underneath Lince Dorado, powerbomb him, and then go up and retrieve his Cruiserweight Championship. Andrew will remain the Cruiserweight Champion in a historic main event for 205 Live. Alright, so let's get you your results for TLC and see how they affected the rankings on Raw and 205 Live. Starting with the Raw women. Ember Moon defeated Asuka to become the new Raw Women's Champion, making history as the third woman, all three instances occurring not in real life but here in WITM Season 3. She becomes the third woman to hold the Raw Women's Championship and NXT Women's Championship simultaneously. The other two being Emma first very early in Season 3, followed by former WITM member Serena. Now, not to be confused with the Divas Championship, which has been held simultaneously twice, along with the NXT Women's Championship, once in real life by Paige, when she defeated AJ Lee for the Divas Championship on the night of her debut, while she was still NXT Women's Champion, and also by another former WITM member, Anna. Anyways, Ember Moon is the new Raw Women's Champion. Asuka falls to number 3. And the top 5 contenders to Ember Moon's Raw Women's Championship: number 1, Bayley; number 2, Nikki Bella; number 3, Asuka; number 4, Liv Morgan; number 5, Aaliyah. The Raw Tag titles weren't defended, and we did not have any Raw Tag Team matches because randomly Sheamus and Cesaro faced each other rather than defending their Raw Tag titles. So their top 5 contenders remain Authors of Pain, Miz Taraj, Revival, Usos, and New Day. And now the Cruiserweight rankings. Mustafa Ali defeated Brian Kendrick. Ali moves up to number 6. Kendrick falls to 14. Grand Metalik defeated Noam Dar. Metalik is the new number 1 contender to the Cruiserweight title, and Dar falls to number 4. Andrew defeated Lince Dorado to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Dorado falls to number 3. And the top 5 contenders to the Cruiserweight Championship held by Andrew: number 1, Grand Metalik; number 2, Akira Tozawa; number 3, Lince Dorado; number 4, Noam Dar; and number 5, Arya Daivari. And now the Intercontinental Championship rankings. Garrett defeated Xavier Woods. He falls to number 2, making Sheamus the new number 1 contender, and he will remain the number 1 contender because he defeated his tag team partner Cesaro, who falls to number 6. Kevin Owens defeated Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, and Brock Lesnar. Owens moves up to number, and I need to see who took the fall on that. Well, actually, it's a ladder match, so nobody took the fall. Kevin Owens moves up to number 11. Orton is not in these rankings. Ambrose is now exclusive to SmackDown after losing the Universal Championship. And Lesnar is not in these rankings either. And the top 5 contenders to Gerald's Intercontinental title: number 1, Sheamus; number 2, Xavier Woods; number 3, Bobby Roode; number 4, The Miz; and number 5, Baron Corbin. Grand Metalik defeated, we already did the Cruiserweight rankings. Universal Championship rankings now. Sheamus defeated Cesaro. Sheamus moves to number 2. Cesaro falls to number 7. Kevin Owens defeated Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, and Brock Lesnar to become the Universal Champion. Orton falls to number 2. Lesnar falls to number 4. And Ambrose is no longer in these rankings. Now the top 5 contenders to the Universal Championship held by Kevin Owens: number 1, Sheamus; number 2, Randy Orton; number 3, Bray Wyatt; number 4, Brock Lesnar; and number 5, Finn Balor. Now we move on to Raw. Actually, before we move on to Raw, I believe it is once again time for promotions and demotions for Raw. So we will go ahead and do that, starting with the Raw women. Mandy Rose was the woman in danger of demotion down to NXT, and she will indeed be going down to NXT. Ember Moon has already joined Raw, where she is still. So Alicia Fox will be making her return to the main roster in Mandy Rose's place, a former NXT Women's Champion. Alright, so Alicia Fox to Raw, Mandy Rose to NXT. And the woman now in danger of demotion to NXT from Raw is Emma. In the tag team division, the team in danger of demotion was the Miz to Raj, but they've made it up to number 2, so they are safe. And the team now in the demotion danger zone is Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, the Hype Bros. In the Intercontinental title rankings, the man in danger of demotion was Wesley Blake, and he is indeed going to be demoted down to NXT, where he is in real life. And taking his place will be well, this is a tough one. We can't promote Corey up because he has to win the NXT title. If we bring Eric Young up, we'll have to bring Sanity entirely and Cassius Ohno as champion, but we already have one. So, you know what? Sanity was due to come up before for the tag team rankings, and we didn't do that. So, we'll bring Sanity up now. The entirety of Sanity is going to be taking the place of Wesley Blake. I think that's a pretty good deal for Raw. So, Blake to NXT. We'll make him eligible for the NXT Championship. And Eric Young. Who will have just be eligible for the Intercontinental title to start off with. Alexander Wolf, who will have just be eligible for the tag titles. Killian Dane, who again will have just be eligible for the tag titles. And Nikki Cross. Sanity make their way to Raw. They, via Eric getting promoted by being #1 contender, and Sanity was due to be promoted anyway, or the tag team portion of Sanity was due to be promoted anyway, so Eric Young was due to be promoted twice, so it's probably about time that we give Sanity that promotion. I mean, there could be, which is good news for Corey. That means he will with Eric Young moving on, he will once again be the #1 contender to the NXT Championship, despite not wrestling for 3 weeks. Now, the tag team portion of Sanity will still remain on NXT. because they're still NXT Tag Team Champions until they are defeated for those titles, same as the case of Ember Moon and the NXT Women's Championship. And now the man in danger of demotion down to NXT from Raw's mid-card. Or that's SmackDown. Aiden English, formerly of the Vaudevillains, has found some success in real life on SmackDown, though since the Vaudevillains broke up when Simon Gotch got released, but not finding much success here in WITM. And unsurprisingly, Kurt Hawkins in the Danger Zone in the main event picture of Raw. He will be demoted down to the mid-card. How he got into the main event picture in the first place, don't ask me. In real life, he has a 119 match losing streak. Yes, you heard that correctly. In WITM, he found some success, but now he will be demoted down to the mid-card. Taking his place will be Sheamus is already in the main event picture. Xavier Woods is part of a tag team. Bobby Roode is already in the main event picture. So, joining the main event picture will be WITM's own Intercontinental Champion Gerald. He said he believes he should be in the Universal title picture, not content simply by just being the Intercontinental Champion. He will get his wish. Gerald will now be competing in the Universal title rankings, as well as still the Intercontinental Champion. Congratulations to Gerald, now part of the main event picture on Monday Night Raw. And the man in danger of demotion down to the mid-card from the main event picture will be Gerald, so he must continue to win and not be at the bottom after the next two Raw pay-per-views, or he will be taken back out of the main event picture. Alright, so that does it for promotions and demotions. Lots of shakeups on Raw. Two of the four, rather, that were in danger did indeed get demoted. So, summarizing the changes on Raw, Kurt Hawkins no longer part of the main event picture, now on Raw's mid-card. Wesley Blake, no longer part of Raw. He moves on to NXT in exchange for Sanity, Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, Killian Dane, and Nikki Cross. So, there's a big acquisition for Raw. I think they got a steal there. And Mandy Rose going back to NXT where she is in real life, taking her place, Alicia Fox. Now we can move on and take a look at the Raw card and see if Gerald will be in action. And indeed he will be in the opening match against former Wyatt family member Luke Harper. Eric Young, one of Raw's newest acquisitions, will be in the main event taking on Randy Orton. And we also need to figure out our Cruiserweight matchup for Raw. And let's see. We will replace... Let's see what's the most meaningless match on the card. this match, I guess, with the Cruiserweight match. Alright, will the list randomizer really seems to like Andrew lately? Will we see him featured again on Raw? First, let's find out our stipulation. Will it be a singles match? Will it be a 2-on-2 tag team match? Will it be a triple threat? Will it be a fatal 4-way? Or will it be a 6-man match? It will be a singles match. And who will the participants be? First, the number one contender to the Cruiserweight title, Grand Metalik, will be in action on Raw.
The Great Matt A. Lee.
I'm sorry, the Great Matt A. Lee will be in action. And he will be taking on the former number one contender, Lince Dorado. So, important matchup on Raw for the Cruiserweights with Lance Donald taking on the Great Matt A. Lee. With number one contendership implications on Raw. So, a good Cruiserweight matchup between two talented Cruiserweight luchadors on Raw with number one contendership implications. I'm sure Andrew will be paying close attention. Alright. And our featured match on Raw will be our episode number 279 match, as Gerald is going to be taking on former Wyatt family member Luke Harper. That is going to do it for episode number 278 of WITM. Until 279, this is Corey, signing off.